Well, we're picking up today where we left off in yesterday's video, and we had the hydraulic pump on truck 12 here. The shaft stripped off of it. We'll show it to you here. Here's the shaft on the hydraulic pump. This is a 7/8 13 spline. That's stripped off, and the PTO, the driven part of the PTO, is also kind of wore out. So we replaced the PTO. We had a used, rebuilt PTO up on the shelf upstairs. And what we'll do is we'll get a new shaft for this PTO, and we'll get a new shaft for that pump there. And we'll have these ready for the next time we need something here. So Nate is welding a bracket that comes down from the transmission to the hydraulic pump. We just got to hook the hoses up and get some oil in the transmission, and we'll be able to roll this old girl out the door here. I've got about a half a load of manure on from yesterday here. Well, Nate's got this job all buttoned up, and we are ready to roll out the door with it. Almost 2,000 pounds of pressure to lift what is in the tank. Like I said, it's got about a half a load on there. So we'll go ahead and roll out back, load this up, and we'll get moving. The sun is shining. Beautiful day. We better get at it. Well, we're headed out back here to load manure. My nephew just pulled in, so we're going to be on top of each other. I've got a little bit of time to give you a little look-see as to how the addition's coming here. They got the curtains on here. I think it was Monday or Tuesday they put them on. Maybe it was Tuesday. And we do have a few animals moved into one section. We'll show you what everything looks like here in a second once I get around to this other end here. So we'll take a quick walk through the barn. When we last visited this addition, there was, the waters were put in, but none of the stalls were put up or the headlocks. All of the stalls, the headlocks, and the gates, they're all from Seneca Ironworks. These headlocks are a little different than the ones that we have down in the other part of the barn. There's something new that they're all the time upgrading and changing their design around on the headlocks. So we do have heifers in this one section. Up to where the barn was added on, we had heifers on each side of just this one section on this end. We have a drover's alley that runs, we'll kind of show you that once we exit the barn. We got a drover's alley that runs down through the length of the barn on the outside so that we can get the cows from this end of the barn to the parlor. We can kind of help group them that way and whatever, so that we're not having to run through from one end to the other, because we bring the cows in the parlor in groups. We don't bring the whole side of the barn in there at a time. There's a private guy that does the stall and headlock work. He's the one that installed all of the stalls and the headlocks. We've got sand in on this side of the barn. Most of everything is done here. The electrical, we've got the fans are, for the most part, I think they're all hooked up. We've got to get sand in on this north side of the barn yet. You kind of see how deep the stalls are, and they will of course be filled up full, just like this side of the barn is here. Now, the original stalls that we put in years and years ago, they didn't hang like these ones do. There's more lunging room with this style stall where it bolts to the post. The older stalls that we have in the other barns, there's a 4-inch channel that are mounted to the top of the pole or top of the stall. So there'd be a 4-inch channel right here, and then a 4-inch channel down here running between the posts. You'd weld the nipple on, and then the stall would go into that nipple. The trouble is with those, when the cow's laying down, she has lots of headroom here, so that when she goes to get up, they lunge forward before they get up, then they'll stand up. If they've got that bar there, it kind of limits the amount of lunge room that she has to be able to get herself forward to stand up. This neck rail here, that keeps them from coming into the stall too far. So they'll get up to this neck rail, and then they'll lay down, and then there's of course a brisket board in there that kind of keeps them pushed back as well. The outside row of stalls are deeper. The ones that are next to the wall are deeper than these stalls because there's lunging room left on the outside perimeter walls as well. So that'll kind of give you an idea of what things look like here. We'll show you what the drover's alley looks like. I know I talked about it in the previous videos that we have done with this barn expansion, this addition. We have rubber down on the floors. We have rubber in all of our barns. There's rubber in the alleyways. It's 1 inch thick. You can see it right here. And then what this is the manure slot. So we're gonna have alley scrapers on this side of the barn. We're gonna clean that side of the barn there with the vac truck for now. And the alley scrapers, we have alley scrapers in that part. Those alley scrapers take the manure that way. And we'll kind of show you where it drops through the floor and that end of the barn, but on this end we'll run the manure this way to drop it in the slot. And then if we don't end up using the vac truck on that side, we can use a skid steer to push it into the slot here. So that'll give you an idea, I guess. Bowman waters, we have these waters and all of the barns. The water's just not turned on for them yet. So I guess we'll get back to hauling manure here. I think I touched base on everything. I don't know if I had mentioned the reason why we moved the heifers over to this side. They're working on breaking open that drover's alley, so they've removed all of the stalls from the older part of the new addition. They removed them, pushed the heifers over on this side. So we better get back hauling manure here, and I'll show you that drover's alley. They put the curtains on here the beginning part of last week, and then the drover's alley starts right at this little bump out here, and that runs all the way down through alongside the older part of the barn, and then it goes right into the connecting building. The connecting building runs across, and then the parlor is on the other end of this barn here. So Andrew's down in there loading box stall manure, and see a machine there. So we'll go ahead and get back then and we can show you what this looks like here. So we backed in to load manure here. Andrew, he is loading box stall manure onto that spreader. We've got that tunnel that goes underneath the barn that's in behind the parlor right there, and then it goes right through here as well to go under barn 8. So this is the drover's alley here that comes all the way down through. It's on the outside perimeter wall of this freestall here, and then it goes right down to the connecting building. Then the connecting building goes over to the parlor. Well, we are loaded up, and Andrew's just about loaded up there as well. So we might as well go ahead and I'll shut the pump off on this. We're agitating, and then we'll show you this drover's alley. Well, we are loaded up. We'll have to show you this quick here before Andrew is coming along. I don't know if he can get around us or not here. We've got a couple of overhead doors that we can come into this area with a cattle trailer or what have you. The brothers have got the excavator in here. They took all the stalls out, and then they had a couple of there was a couple of posts in here that had concrete around them, so they got them out. They've got to break that curb right there, and I don't know, they'll probably leave that there. They got to get rid of this curb so that the cows can come up through this alleyway here and come into this section so that we can get cows out of this area without disrupting these cows here. This is the outer wall of the freestall here, and this section here was added onto, and like I said, it goes down to the connecting building, which is down at the end. So we might as well get moving here, or else we're going to be holding up Jared or Andrew. I'm going to give you an idea of what this all looks like here. Got the brisket board taken out. Yeah. Alright, we've just gotten to the field. We're offloading into the frac tank, and Fitzy's just backing in now with his truck. Jared just left, and Sarah's the one that's running the tanker. She's coming across the field right now, that 9560. She'll come across, get back then, and she'll load direct out of the frac tank. The frac tank makes things work a lot easier as far as keeping everything synchronized, because I would have to wait for Sarah to get back here, and I wouldn't be able to start offloading until she got in underneath the pipe. You can see Fitzy is putting his boom over in the frac tank as well. I'm going to show you what this looks like here. He's backed in right over on this other side here. How full is it? Might not hold your load about that far down. Yeah. Alright. She'll take 8,000 here. She'll take 8,500, so you should be able to get it. So he's looking to see how full the tank is. It's getting right up there, but once it gets in there and loads, she'll free up 8,000, 8,500 gallons out. And there's the lights. So Jared ended up putting a float style gauge in the tank, and that has come up and it is alerting us right now with the lights. It does have this other gauge here that's on a lever, but you can see we're going downhill a little bit, so by the time that tells you, hey, we're full, it might come over the top of the tank here. So Sarah's going to jump in, she's going to start loading, and then once she starts loading, I can finish offloading. We hold 5,400 a piece. She holds 8,500. I've got to be almost empty here. I think Fitzy stayed pumping. Lights went off. They'll probably come back on. Getting up there because you can see how much it's spattering. We're almost empty. Slowing down. Reach over here. Raise up our hoist. That'll take all the liquid to the back. We gotta hurry up and get offloaded so we can get on the road before Fitzy gets on the road. So that'll give you an idea of what this operation looks like. Sarah has a float on the top of her tank right there. Not quite full yet. We could go interrupt there and then let her overflow. And I am empty. Get our pipe swung back over to place here. Alright, we are rolling out. Sarah's full. She's getting ready to pull away as well. And hopefully we hit the road before Fitzy does. The one barn pit there is about empty, and we've only got one other spot to load from. And it's a pain in the butt when everybody's stacking up in line at the one pit. Oops. Can't find it, grind it. So we got out on the road before Fitzy did, and then here is Ben right here pulling in. Alright, we'll go ahead and get back to the farm. Maybe we'll pass Jared somewhere along the way. Sometimes he likes to go a different way. And we don't always pass each other, so we'll see you when we get back to the farm. Well, it's just about 5 o'clock. This is going to be my last load of the night. You can see the sun has gone down, and by the time I come back, it is going to be pitch black dark. So that's going to do it for this video. I know it was kind of a short one. Kind of a plain Jane video here. Jared was hauling with the C5 blue hydraulic hose. C500 anyway, so it needs an oil change and a torque arm and some other work. So that is going to do it for this video, folks. I want to